Childhood heroes, the Legion of Boom, the Seattle Seahawks. What are your thoughts on the Seahawks this year?
Honestly, of all the teams we've talked about today, this is a team that I don't know. I mean, genuinely, their quarterback situation. If I want to bully the Seahawks, I feel like it's got to be their quarterback situation. Surely, right? They have Geno Smith, who we love and adore, friend of the show. But then it's also Drew Lock. A lot of question marks. No Pete Carroll anymore. Change of regime. Typically, those regime changes don't always fare well for that team. They still have DK Metcalf. Tyler Lockett is yet another year older. And that defense, they have nice pieces, but will they still be elite? I don't know. So I think 6-11 to 8-9 is their record.
All right, so we will see what happens in this game. Kind of like how we'll see week to week on what happens with DK Metcalf. And starting out, thankfully they get to play the Denver Broncos.
Absolutely. And this is a game where the Seahawks start off hot and they beat those pesky Broncos.
All right, so they start off hot. They beat who knows who's at quarterback. And then they go to New England and face the Patriots. Interesting game.
Very interesting game. Yeah, I mean, Geno Smith, Drake May, Jacoby Brissett, whoever it is, they should beat the Patriots.
They should beat the Patriots. Okay, so you have them winning that one?
Yeah.
All right, so they start out hot, coming out blazing 2-0, and then they host the Miami Dolphins with a winning record.
I might actually go against the norm here.
Oh.
I think the Dolphins, I don't think the Seahawks can. No, you know what? No. They're 2-0. They beat the Dolphins.
Yeah, they got Reek Woolen. They still got they got some good corners there. So yeah,
Reek Woolen, Devon Witherspoon. Yeah. So they're 2-0. Therefore, they have a winning record. Therefore, the Dolphins lose.
All right. So coming out hot, 3-0 for the Seattle Seahawks there. But that may all come to an end because they go to Detroit. Hold on to your kneecaps, boys.
They usually play the Lions tough. That doesn't mean that they beat the Lions here. Lions are a new team. There's a new man in charge. Lions get the win. Losing their undefeated season to the point.
It's time to rewrite history, man. And then after that, coming off a loss, thankfully they get the Walt Jr. of the NFL coming to town and the New York Giants.
Boy, I don't know. Like we're almost running out of wins here, but at the same time, I can't pick Daniel Jones to win a game.
Yeah.
So I hope it's Danny DeVito playing. But in this case, if it is Daniel Jones, I had to pick the Seahawks.
Yeah, can't pick Daniel Jones. It defines who I am.
The only people I can bank on there is Brian Burns, Kevon Thibodeau, and Bobby Okereke.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got to stop DK Metcalf and Jackson Smith and Jigba at this point.
And their corners.
They added some running back depth in the draft too. So honestly, I think the Seahawks could be quite frisky. And then they host the San Francisco 49ers.
I don't think they beat the 49ers.
All right. So that would drop them to 4-2 there, which they've kind of been hovering around most of the time. And then after that, they have to play the Falcons in Atlanta at 1:00.
1:00 Kirk. I mean, I can't bet against that guy.
Unless it's the Chargers.
Unless it's the Chargers.
And then they host the Buffalo Bills in Seattle at 4:05.
I just think at this point, the Seahawks, they started off hot. They start to temper off. I will take the Bills to beat them. Can they stop Josh Allen alone? I don't know.
All right. So you have them going 4-4 there. And then they take their talents down or they stay in Seattle against the Rams there.
I agree with you. I don't think they beat the Rams once this season, so I'm going to pick them to get swept by the 49ers and the Rams. Therefore, they lose this game.
All right, and then they go to the Jets, revenge game for Jamal Adams.
Yeah. Yeah, revenge game for Jamal Adams. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Jets in this game.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Geno Smith. Hot take.
Start out 4-1. Now you are 4-6.
Yikes.
Going to Arizona to play the Cardinals.
And I believe I had them splitting. I'm going to pick the Cardinals to win in this game. I believe I picked them winning the last game, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. So that would bump them to 5-6 there. Starting to be respectable again. But it's December and you're paying those Packers. And where's the love?
I know exactly where the love is. It is in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm picking the Packers in this one.
And then after that, they play the Minnesota Vikings at home at 5-7.
See, I think they're going to be frisky. I think this is a winnable game for them, but it's also a losable game. I'll still pick them to win. I'll pick them to beat the Vikings.
Right. So they're 6-7, going to Chicago to play those Bears.
How about them Bears? I'm going to pick the Bears to win this one.
All right. So Bears win that one. And then they finish out the season versus the Rams.
I got to pick them to. I don't think they win that game.
All right. So finish out here, and Seattle Seahawks finish at 6-11.
That sounds about right. I think they got to figure out their quarterback situation. I think there's enough talent on offense that they're going to be frisky, and enough pieces on defense, especially with Bowie Mafe, Devon Witherspoon, and Reek Woolen. But at the same time, this is a team in rebuild. They don't have Pete Carroll anymore at the helm. What does their leadership look like? I think 6-11 is totally fair.